Real hip hop.
You're not getting time and a half.
No.
Yep.
I mean, I get paid. I get paid for today. Yeah, get paid. If I was at work, I would be getting time and a half. No, I'm not there physically.
No.
You're getting time and a half?
I will never get time and a half ever again. That's the one day I miss about holidays. And working on salary, I'll never get time and a half ever again. At least it's not a PTO day.
Facts.
But yeah, that's dead. Unfortunately, I miss time and a half though. I miss time and a half. Time and a half used to be lit.
Yeah.
Working at Best Buy, man.
Yeah.
I got seniority. I'm working today.
I hear you.
Yeah, half a day. Yeah, man, some dude 87.
80s. I'll be sure. You know, sometimes I like the.
It's 87.
All right, cool.
It is 87.
I'll be losing track.
Because 85, we kept saying 86.
Yeah.
Last week was 86.
All right.
And today is 87.
All right, cool. We can't be out here defamating our character.
You can't defamate. You cannot defamate the character. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download. Go ahead and get that merch. Hopefully, people are wearing their merch on Memorial Day, to the cookouts. Mm-hmm. Don't wear the American flag with some dude's faces. There's one thing I ask for you, don't be patriotic. Just be some dude.
There you go.
So go ahead and get that merch, somedudepod.merch. Go ahead and get that. Somedudepod.store, Go ahead and get that merch. Also, make sure you follow us on social media. Follow us at somedudepod on Instagram. Like the page. Join the book. We got a couple of new likes on the page.
Yeah, page been going up.
Yeah, page been lit. So shouts out.
Where we at on the likes on the page? I think like 800.
I think. I don't know. I don't be checking the amount.
We got a nice community going, bro. You know
nice
what I'm saying?
Community. Can't complain.
Nice little community. Absolutely.
Shouts out to everybody in the group. Are you getting the White Sox shit?
You know what? Sox my team, obviously, of course. Everybody know that. South Side, but I've said bad things about the South Side of Chicago on this pod.
I know.
So the White Sox dropped.
Put it in the notes.
So the White Sox dropped some new jerseys.
One of the reasons why I put it in the notes, you have
and it has
the South Side.
And it has clear across the chest, South Side. Now, if you listen to the pod, you check the archives. You can check the archives. I've said some really bad things about the actual South Side of Chicago.
Yeah, I'm going to the South Side today.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck with that. But yeah. So I love my team, but I don't think I'm gonna cop that jersey. I'm definitely gonna get a hat though, for sure.
Okay.
The jersey itself, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I just get it. Just to I won't wear it though. I'll get it. Maybe frame it.
Like frame it.
Nah, I'll frame it, but I can't be.
Frame something that says Southside on it.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to, babe. I might have to get that jersey because this might be the year. This might be the year for the Sox.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling real good about the team
like
this year.
2005 again?
It's feeling real vintage right now, baby. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now, and so I might have to just cop that just for memorabilia purposes. So we'll see, but I'm definitely not going to be outside with something that says Southside across the chest, even if it is a White Sox jersey. You know what I'm saying? I just, Southside is just a little too dirty for me. Just a little too dirty for the kid.
All the White Sox has proved is my theory about like when the Bulls do these special jerseys.
Yeah.
They just prove my theory right. And I think I've said it on the pod. If not, let me repeat it. When they do the special jerseys and everything, like this year, they had like the Chicago blue, the Chicago baby blue colors and all that shit. And I said that they should do 4 jerseys. 4.
Yeah.
Or you could do 3. Because if you look at the Chicago flag,
the
white bars represents the South Side, the North Side, and the West Side.
Right.
The flag don't give a fuck about the East Side.
Yeah. Nobody says I'm from the East Side of Chicago.
I mean, they do. They do.
rare. That's a rare for me.
You've interviewed enough rappers.
Yeah, but I've never heard anybody
I'm
be
over
like
East.
from over East. All right, cool. They say over East, but nobody actually says something from the East Side.
No, hell no. No,
motherfuckers say they either from up north, out west, or out south.
Yeah, you barely get a motherfucker that say West Side. They're like, no, I'm from out west.
I'm from out west.
I'm from out west. Oh, I'm from out south. So that's why the jerseys, they should have 4 jerseys, 3 if they want to follow the flag.
Yeah.
But 4 jerseys. 1 jersey, and they wear it each quarter of the season.
Okay.
They wear it once each quarter.
Yeah.
So subtract the season up in 4 quarters. There you go.
Okay.
1 that says out west.
Mm-hmm.
1 that says out south.
Yeah.
1 that says up north. Yeah. And if you want to add over east, you can add over east. Now again, for my east side niggas, shouts out to 7. Mm-hmm. You know, the only reason why I'm saying if they want to do it, because the flag has white bars 3 that's south, west, north.
Right.
But I said that they should do that shit, and if they did that shit, it would be lit. I think it would be dope.
I would hope to see something similar to that, you know, if not like right on point with that, because the NBA has been getting real creative with the basketball jerseys for all the teams. And they did get creative with the All-Star jerseys last year when they were in Chicago, when they incorporated, you know, the blue line, red line, green line and shit throughout the jersey. So yeah, I would hope that, you know, the NBA might incorporate that for the Chicago Bulls. If anybody on the Bulls, you know, organization pitch that to the NBA, I'm pretty sure the NBA has to approve it, of course. You know, but that would be dope though. That would be dope.
Somebody call Joe Fresh Goods.
Yeah. So they could design it.
Yeah, call Joe Fresh Goods, call Vic Lloyd, call whoever.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot this lady name, Miss Sir Madam. No, the Cats at Leaders. Somebody make 4 jerseys.
It's definitely a lot of dope ass designers in Chicago we could put this shit together.
We got the best ones. I'm saying just 4.
I would definitely love to see that.
And I'm telling you that each jersey will be the best selling jersey.
Oh yeah.
Each jersey will be, because you're gonna have some that represent the crib so much where they're gonna be like, yo, I gotta get all 4. Yeah. Probably frame it or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But everybody from out west with a Bulls out west jersey, or everybody out south with a Bulls out south jersey, or even over east or up north, I'm telling you, it would be lit. I've thrown out the idea. I'm just throwing it out again because I think it would be a dope idea to do that. And Chicago is one of those places where they are very in tune with. We're very in tune with our neighborhoods. We're very in tune with our neighborhoods. You know, we support, we rep, all that stuff. So I think it would be dope if that is done. Again, I'm just throwing out the idea. You know what? Somebody might be like, nah, fuck that idea, but I think it would be a dope idea.
No, that'd be dope though. But but as far as the White Sox jerseys, those that's dope.
Maybe you can't do that with the White Sox jersey.
Nah.
No, now the Cubs, it would not shock me and surprise me if the Cubs saw those jerseys and was like, oh, so we gotta get a Northside jersey. If it ain't been done already.
Yeah, if it's not been already, the idea hasn't been manifested already. But I don't know though. But as far as the White Sox jersey is concerned, I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Me personally, I won't rock it, but I cop one.
I can't rock it though.
I'm not gonna rock that.
I would never.
But I definitely want a hat though. I want one of the hats.
Oh yeah, the hat's nice, but the jersey,
hats for sure. It's giving me real, and it's giving me real Hispanic vibes too. You know what I'm saying? It's giving me
see,
and that's okay though, but that's cool. Shout out to my Hispanics. Shout out to the Latinos. It's like that. It's giving me those vibes. It's giving me the vibes a little bit.
It's cause the lettering, huh? Mike?
The lettering.
It's because of the font. That's fucked up.
Shout out to my Latinos though. Shout out to my Latino friends.
And you know why? I thought the same thing. I didn't say it gave me vibes, but I just knew like the Latinos is going to love this jersey.
Yes, sir. They copied them.
I knew that my Latino homies are gonna love this jersey because of the font. Like when Snoop Dogg had the Snoop Dogg gear, that's why a lot of Mexicans was wearing Snoop Dogg gear because of the font.
I'm just calling it how I see it. No offense.
No
I love
offense.
shout out to my Latino
Francisco,
homies.
no offense. Shouts out to my homie Francisco, no offense. But
Yeah.
if you look at a Spanish nigga tattoo, it's that old English font. All right. Matter of fact, when you look at the Clippers jerseys,
Hell yeah, the what you call it ones.
That's for the Mexicans.
The gray ones that they be wearing.
Like the black ones.
Yeah, the
gray
black ones. Yeah.
That's for the Mexicans.
Yeah.
You can't tell me. Them ain't for us. Them for the Mexicans. They're really showing. I don't know what they call them jerseys. That version of the jerseys, but yeah, they're for the Mexicans.
Yeah.
Every time I look at that, they might as well just put Los Clippers. Like, they might as well just put Los Clippers on them motherfuckers or something like that. But again, this is no disrespect. All right, man, let's go ahead and get to it, man, because it wasn't a lot of music that came out this week, but it was one that came out that was very important to the culture. DMX, his posthumous album, as they call it, was released on Friday. Executive produced by Swizz Beatz. A lot of features on there. Griselda's on that joint. Who else on that joint? The Bath Salts with Jay-Z and Nas.
Got Moneybag Yo, Alicia Keys.
Yeah, Alicia Keys. Bono.
The Locks.
No. What are your thoughts?
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on this album,
fam? Shout out to DMX. God rest his soul. God bless his family. Yeah, this album, I listened to it. It sounds let's just get straight to the point. We just gonna get straight down to it. The album sounds like a Swizz Beatz compilation album. Now, that's a good thing and a bad thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the good reasons why.
Yeah.
The good reason why this sounds like a Swizz Beatz compilation album or whatever like that is because, of course, I love Swizz Beatz. Swizz Beatz is in my top 10 producer wise. You know, I love Swizz Beatz. Now, the bad thing about this is that I just really don't. Swizz Beatz and DMX, how many records do they actually have together that are like really good songs, like classic?
Well, I mean, Rough Riders Anthem is a classic.
Yeah, Party Up.
Party Up. You know I don't like Party Up.
No, you don't feel about Party Up. But
I'm not the biggest fan of Rough Riders Anthem. I talked about that on the show.
But when you really, when you really dig into
My Flesh, Blood of My Blood is a majority produced Swizz Beatz album.
Okay.
So
I'm really trying to see, like, if we really dig deep into like the DMX's like really good songs, are they Swizz Beatz productions?
I will say this. I will say this. I can't think of a Swizz Beatz produced DMX song that is a favorite of mine.
Okay.
I can't.
Fair. Okay.
I can't. Like, Blackout might be the one.
Okay.
Blackout might be the one. Yeah. That might be the only one. But also, like, it's funny because I've said on this podcast that DMX, while I love DMX, his albums, like, to me, it goes in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, the more he go on, the more I'm not really
interested.
Like, really a big fan.
Big fan of the albums.
Yeah, of his albums.
That's
Rough
fair.
Riders Anthem, I think, is the only track on It's Dark and Hell is Hot that made the album that he produced. Because the majority of that joint was Dame Grease and PK.
Yep.
So Get At Me Dog, I know that's Dame Grease. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite DMX's songs. X is Coming. I think that's PK. Stop Being Greedy. I think that is Dame Grease. ATF, that's Dame Grease. The majority of my favorite DMX song albums or songs that I love are not Swizz Beatz produced joints.
Now, in Swizz Beatz defense, on Rough Riders Volume 1, X is on a few Swizz. I think Swizz produced most of that shit, and he got a solo record by Swizz Beatz too.
Because once after, especially if you looked at the Rough Riders documentary that came on BET, once, like, after album 1, they was like, "Yo, we giving everything to Swizz damn near."
Yeah.
But even what these bitches want, which is a big big DMX song, that's Nokia.
Exactly. That's what I'm. But to my point, I'm just trying to. I don't think DMX and Swizz Beatz, his production style has evolved from back then. I think his production style is even a little more louder.
Yeah, he didn't do Who We Be, and that's another one. So you might be right. You might be right.
Yeah.
Like now, I'm just thinking of my songs on the. I'm just thinking of songs that I like from DMX, that I love from DMX, and I don't think the majority of them are Swizz Beatz produced.
So to the point that I'm making is that I don't really think DMX sounds good over these productions. I don't think it's just like they're not the perfect combination like Swizz would try to make us think that him and DMX are. You know what I'm saying? Like we know the relationship, the bond that they have, the music that they have made together. But when you really look at DMX's catalog and your favorite DMX records, you want to go, you make your quintessential DMX playlist. I mean, majority of it ain't gonna be Swizz Beatz production, I would think. I don't know.
You just came at it at a different angle that I wasn't expecting. And now I'm thinking, Mike.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about the album bit. Wow. I'm thinking about this album a lot differently.
So let me keep going though.
Damn.
So it's like, so with that though, like now Swizz Beatz production has very much evolved through the years, and his beats is just more louder. His beats is more louder, a lot more drums and all this incorporated shit.
Boom, cat.
DMX ain't sounding good on none of this shit, Joe. Ain't sounding good on none of this shit at all. But so as far as like the album is concerned, I'm not crazy about the album. I like the first record. I like that. I like the Locks collaboration joint. I like that one. I like Bath Salts. I like Bath Salts. I like the joint with Wayne. Everything after that is just a no-go for me. Now, a lot of these beats, I feel like Swizz probably could have saved some of these beats. These beats sound better for other people. These beats ain't for X. This is not for the dog. They not for him.
Not for Earl.
Not for Earl. These beats are not for Earl. And I'm also, another thing with DMX, I felt like DMX with the rapping actually on this project, it sounds like DMX forgot how to rap and then he's trying to learn how to rap again. Like it was tough listening to a lot of the verses when DMX was rapping. Tough listens. It was hard because it's like, man, yo, this ain't the DMX that we've heard rapping, like the flow, the delivery, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff. It's not the same. I know on the pod, I talked about 50-year-old rappers and all the older rappers still getting busy. That don't apply to DMX. DMX wasn't the same. And this is, like I said, before we even get, I love DMX. We love X.
Yeah.
Are we podding or we not podding? All right.
We podding.
We podding. DMX, it just don't. Again,
you just made me go in a different direction with this album that I was expecting to go in.
Yeah. But this is just how I view it listening to this album. DMX just doesn't sound good overall. Like rapping wise. Rapping ability just doesn't sound good at all. Like overall. That's just me. Good production throughout the album, but the shit just don't fit together. Nothing fits. Nothing really sounds authentic here. Okay. Doesn't sound authentic to me. It sounds like a like the Biggie duets, so to speak. You know, I think that's where we.
And you know what's crazy? Even when they did the verses, they was talking about the album's done. I mean, album's done has been the DMX Swizz Beatz mantra for a while.
When they did the DMX Snoop verses,
yeah. They've been saying for even before DMX passed, album's done. Album's done. So I've seen a lot of comments where people was like they felt like this was rushed, and I don't think this was an album that they were just putting verses on beats, because they've been saying for a while.
Yeah.
Album's done.
They created this album together.
Yeah, they did everything. This album together.
Yeah.
So you made me think about this album totally different than what I did when I first heard it.
Okay.
Because when I first heard it, I took the Showtime at the Apollo gospel effect to it.
Okay.
I can't boo this album.
Okay.
If this album is not good to me, I can't boo it.
Okay.
I can't say I don't like it.
Okay.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go on the Apollo, you sing gospel, they not gonna boo you. They go, hey, hey, get it, girl.
Yeah.
You sing R&B, boo if your shit whack.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that I don't like this album for that reason. X ain't here. So I didn't want to shit on this album and say that this album is not good because X ain't here. On the flip, I ain't want to say this album was dope as hell because X ain't here.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of times, especially when somebody die,
Yeah.
you listen to something and it's heightened. It's almost like you gotta fuck with this album because they ain't here.
Yeah.
And I didn't want that, so I listened to it and I was just like, you know what? I'm not really gonna critique this album. It's his last body of work, you know, that he worked on while he was alive.
Yeah.
Because I'm keeping in mind that they said that this album is done, so it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But what you just said triggered some shit, and now I'm upset. Now I can say what I want to say about this album.
All right.
And it's still showtime at the Apollo. I'm not going to boo this album.
Okay.
I'm not going to shit on this album. But what you just said made 100% sense.
Mm-hmm.
X sounds better on certain type of productions. And what Swizz gives us might be great for T.I. It might be great for Jadakiss. It might be great for Styles. It might be great for Jay-Z. It might be great for T.I. I probably said a name or two twice.
Yep.
It might be great for Lil Wayne.
Yep.
Lil Wayne on the Swizz Beatz track.
Man. Yeah.
They could do an album together.
Yep. And I seen people pitch for that. Like,
Yeah. They could get their Freddie Gibbs and Madlib on, and that shit gonna be 100% nice.
Mm-hmm.
But you made me think of the songs from Swizz and DMX.
Yeah.
That I clamor for. That I'm like, yo, I gotta listen to this. And the one that's on this Dark and Hell is High with Jay-Z and the Lox might be the one. That might be the only one. So
You said that's the only one that what?
that might be the only Swizz Beatz DMX collab that I'm like, yo, I gotta hear that shit.
Yeah.
That's it. That might be the only one. And if it ain't one, at the most, it's probably like 3, because I'm not thinking of the Rough Riders albums and all that stuff.
No.
So I'm glad I didn't figure this out until you said it.
Mm-hmm.
Because now my feeling is authentic.
Okay.
He don't fit on them tracks.
He don't.
He don't fit on them beats. And now even thinking about that, I would have loved to have heard DMX on the Dame Grease produced track.
Yeah.
Like, I really would have loved for him to have gotten back to the essence of what happened when he started.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I love Swizz. I met Swizz. Not acting like we're friends, but he was one of the best industry conversations I ever had.
I can imagine.
And I don't know how many people knew it, but he walked in my office. We was talking about the album that he had released a couple of years ago. I think it was Poison or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget me and him just talking hop.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, well, you gonna love this Lox and Kendrick joint. I'm like, how you just gonna walk out my office? How you just gonna walk out my office and say that shit? Fuck, gee, what, you serious right now? Like, he did an interview when in DC, and we just, like I say, we sat in the office and we talked about the album and hop. That's it. And he walked out my office probably like 30 minutes later saying that shit, and I was mad. Yeah. So that's my Swizz Beatz story.
Okay.
And I like Swizz Beatz production. I am a boom boom click guy.
I love boom boom click. I love that.
I'm a boom boom click guy.
Yeah. Some
of my favorite beats with some of the rappers that I name come from Swizz.
Yeah.
But however, you made a great point about the chemistry on Wax between DMX and Swizz Beatz production. And for me, it ain't for me. It's nothing against the two, but yeah, you.
I think the persona
You
that they
won.
paint, of them being an actual like good duo
Yeah,
together.
they might be a good duo together. Like, let me say this. They are homies that I like. Mike, we've known each other for years. Of course, that's niggas that I've known for years, longer than you. I probably can't do a pod with them. I probably can't.
Right.
No. Because I need things done my way. And I need people to do things. Like, for example, my cousin was like, yo, we should do a pod as a family. And me and Miriam was like, look, if you do that with me, it's different. And I don't want nobody saying I think I know everything. But I do this for a living.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go to your job and tell you how to do your job.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you how we need to do this and sprinkle your shit in.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I've known my cousins all my life.
Yeah.
We have great chemistry.
Yeah.
We know each other's, we can finish each other's sentences.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to this, it's probably not going to be the best idea.
Yeah.
Because it might be interesting, but shit, what happens if 5-6 people only listen to the episode? Yeah. I know what that is and what it takes to build up. Mm-hmm. But if I tell a cousin or two, like, yo, only 5 people listen to this shit, we gotta, only 5? Fuck this. I don't want to do it no more. Hey, what? But you thought 1 million people was gonna listen to the first episode? Yeah, like it's us, and we into it. Yeah. So that means did you share it with your friends? No, I was supposed to do that. Or I shared it with my friends. They ain't listen to it. Oh, damn. Then next thing you know, they subbing their friends on Instagram and on Facebook. Like, that's what I mean by DMX and Swizz.
Right.
They are close. They are niggas. Mm-hmm. If you look at the documentary, they did some dirt with each other too.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the production, they might. When it comes to them on the wax, it might not be the best fit. Mm-hmm. Might not, but to them, it might be the dopest thing. Like, oh yeah, we up in the area. Oh man, that's Swizz. Drop me that shit. Yeah. But for me, I like listening to DMX on Get At Me Dog type shit. Or Stop Being Greedy shit. Or Damien 1 type shit. Yep. I've said on this podcast that I'm not the biggest fan of Rough Riders Anthem. Matter of fact, I didn't even watch all of the verses last night, and I turned it off when Rough Riders Anthem started playing. Mainly because I'm like, yeah, we're going to start hearing the same old beats from these niggas. Like, I want to hear some shit that we ain't know, or give me some more shit other than the Beyonce Let Me Upgrade You and the Beyonce Partition and all them shits. I want to hear more shit.
Right.
I don't want to hear the shit that I hear y'all do every time. This is like the 3rd time y'all done this shit.
We get to that in a second. I want to talk about that too.
Yeah, but it's like them beats though are nice with Beyonce, nice with Jay-Z, they're nice with T.I. Maybe DMX can't keep up with that shit.
At least not now. Especially the current
even
DMX,
now.
the current like the DMX that we got on this album. Like I told you, it just voice wise, delivery wise, everything it didn't go. Just it wasn't there. It wasn't there for me. It was tough listening to DMX rap, especially over these beats. The shit just didn't flow, didn't mesh well together at all.
And I don't want to say, because they were saying for a while that album is done.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that, oh man, they should have got Just Blaze, they should have got a beat from Kanye, they should have got a beat from Neptunes, all the usual suspects. Yeah. They should have got a beat from the Alchemist and all, like they should have got a beat from all. No, the album been done. So I don't want to think in hindsight that this is how the album should have sounded because X is dead. Mm-hmm. However, I think X Alive conversation should have been, man, let's go grab some of the old niggas. And let's go grab some other people. All 13 songs ain't gotta be from me. And matter of fact, let's go to the I wanna see just to be sure. I ain't tripping.
Every song wasn't. I think every song Swizz got like something on it, but I think we got a couple joints. One was from Mr. Porter from D12.
Yeah. So yeah, Mr. Porter did two tracks.
Yeah,
but they was with Swizz.
A-Rap music is on here, but I mean, you could like Swizz is. Yeah, you can hear Swizz on this.
Swizz is on every track but one.
Yeah.
And what's funny is, and I'm not saying it because it's the homie. But out of like the songs that I know that I fuck with, and what I mean by that, I mean with DMX's vocals too. Because somebody's gonna say why you don't like hood blues. I like hood blues if you take off DMX's verse.
Yeah.
I don't like hood blues with DMX on it, but you take him off, it's a great Griselda joint. The songs that I know when I listen to it, I could probably listen to it again, is That's My Dog and Prayer.
Okay.
And what I mean, again, I'm taking account of X's vocals with everything. I'm not saying if you take this off or, man, it would have been, no. Matter of fact, it's 3, excuse me. It's That's My Dog, it's Skyscrapers with Bono,
okay,
and it's Prayer. Okay. And Prayer was produced by Ye, Farnsworth Bentley, and the homie Bugs the Beast.
Okay.
That's it. Like, that is it. That is all. As far as that album goes to me. When it comes to everything working. But 2 of those songs are Swizz joints. And he co-produced the majority of the album. And you're right. Like, I was coming in here ready to give a whole little spiel about, you know what? I just can't hate the album. But now I feel like I can dislike it because I'm not the biggest fan of a DMX Beast connection.
There you go.
And if it was more of other people on there, think I probably would have, I subconsciously would have gave it another chance. But that's even saying much because I didn't even realize how much Swizz Beatz produced on the album. And I didn't even realize it until you said it. Like, yeah. It's one of those narrative things, how people drive a narrative to you, like at you, and you hear it over and over and over and over and over again, where it's like, okay, that's got to be right. And then you take a step back, and you're like, nah, I don't really fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of Showtime at the Apollo. I can't boo that out.
There you go. That's cool. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. I'm with you. The first 3 records for me, I listen to those, and then after that, it's a no. Everything else on this album is a no for me. No.
Damn. Mike, you came with it on that one. I was shocked. That was it. Cause I'm sitting there like, damn, I really don't like a lot of DMX with Beast joints for real. Like,
you really think about it. Think about it.
Who? Yeah. And you know what's crazy? You're probably people gonna listen to this pod today, all this week, and be like, damn, I didn't really realize that shit. Or they gonna track 3 and track 7 and shit.
Yeah.
Like, look, I know somebody's gonna listen to this pod like, man, Bang, I don't understand why you don't like Rough Riders Anthem, man. That shit cold in the motherfucker. Like, I don't. DMX didn't even really like that song, G. Like, no, I'm good. And Party Up, no.
Yeah, we know how you feel about Party Up.
Party Up is the worst rap song by a mainstream rap artist.
Damn.
There's only one rap song that I hate nearly as much as Party Up, and that's Chameleon and Riding Dirty. like
I ain't mad at you,
there, but I don't like that song.
I ain't mad at you.
So let's go to Swizz Beatz. Here.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing a lot of he has to do a lot of promotion for the album and that thing for X, and then you have Verzuz that come right after that. So it's like they planned that shit very well for him to be in the public eye. I saw some people on social have an issue
with what?
With Swizz.
As far as
like basically him being in the forefront of like talking about this album and all that. Like, do you have? I don't have an issue. Let me just say this. I don't have an issue. I'm just saying what I saw on social with a lot
okay.
of people basically like, yo, like play the black back. This, this don't have to be a moment from you.
And that's why I said that's why you can see it looking like that because like I said, this album, if you listen to the album, it sounds like a Swizz Beatz album. Sounds like a Swizz Beatz album featuring a bunch of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? With DMX on every song. Like, cause none of these songs feel authentically like DMX records. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all a bunch of features. Then DMX is rapping on the last verse. You know, that's kind of how it sounds. But if motherfuckers know Swizz Beatz, bro, you know how hard he ride for DMX.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? If who do we know out there that was gonna really do this shit the correct way? You know what I'm saying? Who is gonna go out there and promote this album the right way? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see how Swizz Beatz promotes, you see how he does his thing for verses and everything like that for himself, and it's just anything. Swizz gonna go hard. So if you go get if and I'm pretty sure Swizz probably not gonna touch a dime of the profit of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Swizz don't need that. So when you see that shit, that's what's motherfuckers that just don't know better. You just don't know no better.
I'm cool. That speaking of verses last night, I forgot. I'm not even gonna lie.
I knew Verzuz was coming. I knew Verzuz was coming. But I was watching Brooklyn and Boston.
It was too much shit going on last night.
It was a lot going on.
NBA playoffs, the Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing, which is 100 years, started 100 years ago today.
Yeah.
That documentary was on last night, which was let me do this before Verzuz.
Okay.
Let me hit the educational portion before we hit Verzuz. Because like I said, there was a lot of shit going on. And it's kind of connect. Kyrie Irving talks about racism in Boston. Jaylen Brown had a decent rebuttal. It doesn't negate from the fact that Boston and other places can be racist as hell when white people can be racist as hell when they're around black people shooting hoops and they ain't on their team. Yes, look, and white people like Danny Ainge, who's like, nah. White people have to understand that yes, other white people are saying wild shit in their homes and in stadiums when a nigga that ain't on their team is killing, especially if it's one you don't like.
No.
This don't happen just in Boston. This happens everywhere. All right. I know when LeBron James defeated the Bulls in Game 5, it was a white person that was like, I hate that nigga. And white people, if you don't believe that is true, you're dumb. So, especially in Boston, some of the players done heard that shit too.
It's really like that in Boston?
From what I've gotten told from people from Boston. Yeah.
They KKK in Boston, for real.
Not KKK in it, but
not nothing like I'm just saying, but they really like some racist shit though.
Nigga, look at Mark Wahlberg's career before he became famous. It will, if you haven't, it will make you question everything you know about Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Or just be like, Marky Mark wasn't shit, but Mark Wahlberg changed. I don't know. But Boston ain't the best place for blacks. In the North. Say that to say this. Kyrie thing happened. White person throw popcorn on him.
No, that was
not water. That was water.
Through the water bottle.
In Philly, somebody throw popcorn on Russell Westbrook. In New York, somebody spits at
Trae Young.
And I'm shocked that maybe 50 didn't notice it, but 50 was right there.
Yeah.
So I'm actually shocked that if he saw it, I'm not saying that he did, but 50 probably would have reacted like, hey fam, hold on. Like white people been getting away with a lot of fuck shit.
Oh my god.
And it's always fucked up when you realize, damn, they been getting away with that shit too. Like white people have been getting away with shit for so long that it's shit that you just don't realize that they been getting away with. You be like, God damn, that too. Mm-hmm. And you realize, like looking at this week, it ain't been nothing but white people too that have done dumb shit towards a black basketball player. The fucking dude from Boston put up his goddamn phone, so he was probably on Instagram Live or Facebook Live. Like they try to look at them trying to get me. They showed that shit on ESPN this morning. What the fuck, fam?
Yeah.
And then you get to thinking, it don't be nobody but white people doing that dumb shit at games.
Man, look, dog. You know it.
But then I got to thinking about other shit like wrestling. I ain't throwing shit at Hulk Hogan. And the outsiders and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, like, goddamn, let a nigga do some shit like that. They escort your ass politely out.
Yep.
Like, white people have been shitting on niggas on the field for years, and you know it, but when now it's present on TV, you like...
Yeah. That's when you really see it. Like, man,
the fuck, these motherfuckers been doing this
they've
shit
been doing
all
this
my
shit
life.
That's time.
And then you start looking at like some of the HBO. Matter of fact, the HBO documentary of the Lakers versus Celtics. Mm-hmm. Watch that documentary again and watch in the 70s how they say that the NBA started to dwindle. And a white man on TV flat out was like, yeah, it's too many black people on the court. Mm-hmm. I don't want to go to a game and see a lot of black people. No. He said that shit in Boston. I think they said that shit in Boston, G.
Oh my God.
So let me tell you how this translates to the Tulsa, Oklahoma documentary that I see on the History Channel. And I think Russell Westbrook produced that one. Him or LeBron James. One of them. A basketball player produced it. Mm-hmm. And it was something I didn't read. I love history. And I love watching documentaries when I learn something. I'm watching a documentary, Mike. And they talk about how blacks in the South was like, yo, let's move south. Let's move west. Gold rush and all those other things. But also, the reason is because them ain't states over there. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people went to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And that's how they started Black Wall Street.
Okay.
But everything was good in Oklahoma with the blacks and the Indians. Until Oklahoma became a state.
Okay.
And you want to know what happened when Oklahoma became a state? The white people came. Mm-hmm. And they ushered all the white people shit.
Yeah.
Jim Crow laws and segregation and all this shit. Which was not popping in Oklahoma before it was a state.
Okay.
So the shit became a state and it was white people came in was like, all right, no. Niggas over there. Over there. Y'all been kicking it too. I've been kicking it in this motherfucker. Nah, it's a new day in Oklahoma.
Hell no.
New day in Oklahoma. Y'all niggas a state. Y'all by our rules. Federal. Yeah. And I'm sitting there watching the documentary because I missed the first half of it. Mm-hmm. Because watching Verzuz and because watching the NBA. And I saw that shit, Mike, and I was like, God damn, white people did that shit. Like, Ed, you mean tell me everything was cool? You mean tell me this is what kills me with some white people. Not all, but some white people. Because some white people are very self-aware and fuck shit.
Yeah.
But you mean to tell me when Oklahoma was just a territory, just some land, and niggas went over there, they settled in Tulsa, Oklahoma and parts surrounding it, and a black man went and was like, hey, this is a great place to set up shop. And this was before they became a state.
Yeah.
And niggas was like, oh, nah, if they become a state, man, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't make this a state, fam. Man, do you know what's going to happen if they make this a state?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it happened.
I need to see this. What this come on?
You gotta watch. Oklahoma was granted statehood in 1907, Mike.
Okay.
So them niggas that came over there in the late 1800s and shit, because slavery ends. It's 1965. Well, the proclamation and shit. And then you got Juneteenth.
Yeah.
So that Reconstruction time was a great time for black people. But then if you moved and you ain't in none of the states, it's really lit for you.
Yeah.
Oh man. Imagine it's 1885 and you black. You're like, oh man, let me go build this hotel. All right, cool. Got me about 4 saloons.
Yeah.
They said it was this black, I forgot her name, but she had like, they said she had 3 movie theaters. Imagine all that shit, Mike. Then 1907 come, and y'all a state. Oh, fuck, man.
Oh my
So if
God.
you was a black person that came from one of those states,
Yeah.
you know what's up.
Yep.
If you were a black person born in Oklahoma, you like, oh man, what y'all talking about? Hey, it can't be that bad. Like, there you go, your face like, oh nah, bro.
Yeah,
Oh shit, this. Man, you don't know. Then the white people come on their horse. Hey man, November 17th, 1907. Hey.
Hell nah.
No. Segregation. Bye.
Ain't going down like that.
Then you got some white people that's out there like, wait a minute, what's segregation? Ain't no mixing. Ain't no mixing? So all these niggers over here, Sculler folks, they gotta go over there.
Yeah.
They can't go in that washroom. That's probably the washroom they built.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't. Oh, so we get the good bathroom? Oh, thank God. Thank God. This is Ted, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the governor, like, that's upholding shit, all these laws and shit. Now it's 1908. Now you black and like, man, I knew these motherfuckers was going. These motherfuckers in the motherfucking nerve.
Oh my God.
Man, this shit over for us, G.
Yeah.
But now you in Black Wall Street, and you like, nah, we good. We do everything. We got all our ducks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And all it takes is one fucking moment, cause a white woman on bullshit. Everything starts with a dumbass white woman.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. It's always a story about a dumbass white woman doing some dumbass shit to a black person that just changed the course of history. It don't never, like, think about damn near every story we hear with a white, or involving a white woman and some civil rights. Think about that shit, Mike. It's always some fuckery with the white woman and life has changed.
Yeah.
Emmett Till. He winked his eye at me. He made a pass at me. See what happened with this shit. The shit with the Tulsa, Oklahoma shit, saying some shit that happened in the elevator, and like he tripped into her. She was like, you know, white people already be nervous in elevators with us to this day.
Yeah.
Clutching.
To this day.
To this day, nigga, it is 2021. And there's white women still getting in the elevator. I don't like getting in the elevator with white women.
You stupid.
For that, I'm dead ass serious. If I'm in the elevator with a woman, I steer clear. Period. Because it's enclosed space. But with a white woman, nigga, I'm in the back corner. To this day, I'm in the back corner. Because I've heard, now hearing this story, you goddamn right I'm in the back corner. Because you tripping, she's, nigga on me. He like, oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. And then he run off. And then they arrest him because she say some fuck shit. But he from Black Wall Street. So now the white people like, oh, we got a reason to blow this bitch up. I'm sitting there after watching the Kyrie shit, after watching the Trey Young shit.
Yeah.
Man, white people be doing some dumbass shit and just fuck shit up for everybody.
Yeah.
Mostly niggas.
Yeah.
And I watched that documentary and saw that shit, and I was like, what the fuck, fam? You mean tell me this shit stop? And then what really kicked it off is apparently, like, one white dude's like, what you doing with that gun? Nigga, I smoked, that's my gun. Fuck you talking about? No, it ain't. Fuck you gonna tell me this ain't mine? And then they get into a scuffle with the gun go off, nigga get popped, and all bets are off. Now they burnt out hotels and shit. And then how you not take, here's the other part of white people shit. How you not take ownership of the fact that y'all did some fuck shit? And they still don't want to take ownership. Oh, we know that happened with the shit. That shit wasn't Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh my
that shit
God.
had nothing to do with us. Nigga, if the shit never became a state, if Oklahoma never becomes a state, we good, nigga. We probably get into it with the Indians.
Yeah.
And once in a while, the Native Americans. That's it.
Yeah.
They said the blacks and the Native Americans was like, yo, if this shit become a state, nigga,
We fucked.
It's like that shit was the equivalent to white people getting mad at niggas when they move into an all-white neighborhood.
Yeah.
Hey, there goes the neighborhood. Because fucking Jamal and his family just moved into our neighborhood.
Damn, they said the Boston Celtics fan who threw the water bottle, at Kyrie is charged with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon.
Yes, throw the book at that nigga. Throw, especially after he picked his phone up. Look what they're doing to me. Throw the book at him. The only way that shit gonna stop is if you throw the book at one of these little motherfuckers, like they throw the book at us. When these motherfuckers strip, get naked, and run on the court, dick dangling, them motherfuckers get a misdemeanor. So it's like, I can do a misdemeanor. I can go pay that.
That's only at baseball games right there. They do that shit at baseball games.
So they know they're gonna get a misdemeanor. The minute a motherfucker get 30 days in jail for having a dick out at a game, motherfuckers gonna stop.
Yep.
Same thing with a woman. She come out there and pop her titties out and go hug a baseball player.
Bro.
That shit ain't gonna stop until he stop hugging her. And she get assault with a deadly weapon charge. Why? Because you tried to do this on the nigga head in the baseball game. But the Verzuz, I digress. But the Verzuz,
Yeah.
that shit was more entertaining with Verzuz. I'm sorry. Like first of all, Timbaland's shoes look like them big ass Balenciagas and shit. Like them motherfuckers look like orthopedic shoes.
We already know that though, but that's the fashion nowadays.
Yeah,
they gonna rock them.
Them motherfuckers look like a hammer and nail. You get the back of the shoe is.
Yeah,
that's what that shit look like. That's one. And nigga was sweaty as hell.
Oh yeah,
Nigga
but as far as
silk and sweaty,
as far as the Verzuz was concerned, I mean, we knew when they had it that it was gonna be a rematch. I was like, it's either gonna be Babyface or Teddy Riley, or it's gonna be Swizz Beatz and Timbaland, based off the fact of how it was presented to us the first time around. Because you know how Teddy Riley did, with Babyface, how we had malfunctions with that shit. Right. But with Swizz Beatz and Timbaland, they had, issues as well because they were doing it with IG Live and, Wi-Fi and all of this bullshit like that. And then Swizz Beatz ended up in the car. And, and when you really look at Swizz Beatz and Timbaland's catalogs, they have well more than, 20 records a piece to do when it comes to a Verzuz. So it's like now, the way Verzuz has evolved and, the way it's set up, the production and everything like that. I was like, you knew they was going to use the opportunity to present that, present that in a better light to us. And, and a lot of people felt like, it was unnecessary, but me personally, I watched it. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. It was just me. And the game was on. Boston and the Celtics, the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets was on. Is that you in the back?
Yeah, let me go. It's my alarm.
Ooh, okay.
I gotta take the pills, Mike.
I don't know. This is live. I'm gonna do pot right now, y'all.
Are you good? I had taking pills.
Okay. That's your alarm to let you know.
Yeah.
Let you not forget.
That makes
Okay.
me not forget to take my shit. That shit would make you not forget to take your shit.
There you go. Yeah. But
Yeah.
what I was saying was like I enjoyed it. And this was and history was made yesterday. Swizz Beatz and Timbaland was actually the first Verzuz to actually start on time.
Yeah, it did start the fuck on time.
I literally I went in, it was like 7:10, And I'm like, these niggas already 4 songs in. I'm
Right.
thinking I'm finna go in there. I'm finna go in and I'm finna see like, a DJ playing music, getting the crowd hype. These niggas is on stage doing songs. I hear Swizz Beatz playing a record. I'm like, oh, damn, what I miss? So I'm like, okay, so shout out to them. But at the end of the day, though, people felt like, did we really need it? I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And these niggas really went through 75 records. I had no problem with the verses at all. Obviously, we're not gonna go, pick the, which songs we liked, which songs beat what. But if you were watching it, they incorporated, certain records together so you can know, like, all right, cool.
The
like,
they counter version of bath salts.
We need that.
Yeah,
we need that. We need that
on the
Swizz,
DSP.
We need that Swizz. Yeah, so let that fly. Whenever. But yeah, we need that. But as far as I'm concerned, though, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I mean, if you want to look at it at like a versus standpoint, I mean, Swizz Beatz is actually being more competitive with it, which that's what I liked about Verzuz in the first place. I like the competitiveness. I like the fact that Swizz was like, yeah, yo, that shit was cute, but boom, here go this. Timbaland play a Beyonce record. Timbaland played Drunken Love or whatever like that. The Swizz Beatz come back, he played Get Me Body. I enjoyed the competitiveness of it. I enjoyed it. They were up there having fun, with a live crowd and shit like that. Now, was it the perfect timing? I don't know. They had a respectable 160, 170 people on IG Live, respectively on a Memorial Day weekend. I'm cool with that. But
I mean, again, it's just one of those situations where people outside.
Yeah, so people's outside.
We have to bring down our expectations with numbers because niggas is outside. Niggas, did you see them games?
Did I see the game? Oh, hell yeah. Man, Joe, it's almost got them like packed at capacity in the game.
Nigga, it's full.
If you vaccinated, they opening it all up.
I take number 2 next Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm lit.
There you go.
With these niggas.
So, I think still for a Sunday on Memorial Day weekend, like I look like they had numbers. They did numbers.
Yeah, my expectations with numbers is down ever since we've been open. So I look at that as good numbers. And then if you look at the inside of Live was lit because there was a lot of people up in there celebrate. It's just for me, and it's number 3. So it's really like the rubber match. And
wait, when was the first one? What was the first one?
The first one was for High 97 Summer Jam.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Matter of fact, this ain't the first, second, and third. Yeah, for them. Yeah, no, for them two.
Because Swizz went against Just Blaze.
Yeah, Swizz went. Yeah. So Timbaland at High 97 Summer Jam, it was Timbaland and.
I forgot about that. Yeah. But you know what though? With this versus, I hope this opens it up more for producers. Or
right? Yeah, I don't mind them two going against each other. Mm-hmm. I just mind the same songs. You've produced a lot.
Yeah,
you've produced a lot.
But like I said, they went through 75 songs.
No. Hit me out. I'm not staying for 75. I'm barely staying for 20. I get that.
Right.
I ain't got no problem with that. What I'm saying is I'm probably not staying for 20. I'm not. That's it. I'm good. Nah, I'm straight. Yeah. So that's my thing on that. With that being said, though, it's good for them to get their flowers because look where it started at, and look what happened. Then it came out that actually Apple did approach them first to buy Verzuz, but their dollar amount was lower than Triller's.
Yeah,
which confirmed to me Triller throwing that bag around.
Yeah, and Swizz said that anybody that came with an offer didn't offer up ownership to the artist. Swizz wanted ownership for every artist that participated in Verzuz, Apple wasn't doing that shit. So they felt like they had to do what they had to do.
Yeah.
So
and Triller is the perfect platform for that because it's growing, it's burgeoning, it's growing and stuff. So
yeah, but overall, though, I enjoyed it. Hey, look. Like I said, if you look at it from a 20-song standpoint, from the first 20 records, and obviously, you could say like, their catalogs are a little bit different from each other because Timbaland got more of a pop bag than Swizz does, and Timbaland didn't even dig in the Justin Timberlake bag. He didn't go in the Justin Timberlake bag at all until like after they did 20. So if you look at it from a 20 song standpoint and they first 20 records, Swizz won, but that's based off song selection. This is all about song selection and when the song is played against each other. So if you're doing it in of an actual versus standpoint, like his song versus that song, a lot of shit that Timberlake played, Swizz countered better. So if you just look at it from that point, I say Swizz won the first 20, but then after that, they was just fucking around. And then
I pulled it up. So round one was drop.
Just do the first 20. Just do the first 20.
I went to Billboard. They ain't giving 75. But Timbaland did drop while Swizz Beatz did Angie Stone. I wish I didn't miss you.
I might get out to Timbaland.
Yeah, Timbaland.
I might get out to Timbaland.
Missy Work It versus Roman's Revenge, Swizz Beatz. I know who you giving that to.
Look, this is for, and I'm gonna be all biased on that shit. I'm gonna be all biased. Love Missy, love Work It. I know Work It was a big record. Roman's Revenge is not necessarily a big record. Now, I like the production on Roman's Revenge better. I love Nicki Minaj, obviously, and and Eminem. Come on now. I get out with the Swizz.
Okay.
Now this is where the counters started. So Timbaland goes to Dirt Off My Shoulder.
Right, and Jay-Z and Swizz Beatz did Anything by Jay-Z.
No. Swizz did Jigga My Nigga.
No, they got Jay-Z Anything on here.
Anything.
Round 3.
Jay-Z Anything? What you talking about? What song is that? What
I just reading because I remember I ain't watched this part. But I see it now. They put Anything in what's name, but they said they basically texted wrong. So Dirt Off Your Shoulder versus
Jigga My Nigga. It's Jigga My Nigga.
Jigga My Nigga. Okay, they did wrong. All right, this is Dirt Off Your Shoulder, Jigga My Nigga.
Jigga My Nigga. I'm taking Jigga My Nigga all day. Then he goes, Timbaland goes, Big Pimpin', and then he goes DMX Rough Riders Anthem.
This is where I can't. Okay, so my friend, I said this is where it started. I came, so you guys know how quick I was in and out. This is where I came in.
Yeah.
Big Pimpin'. And when I heard Rough Riders Anthem, I said I'm out.
But you obviously know it's coming.
I was there for one song, and of course I'm giving this to Big Pimpin'.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So it's a tie for me right now. So
do I want to get this to Rough Riders Anthem? I get it to Big Pimpin'. Big Pimpin' was a bigger record. We'll get it to Big Pimpin'.
Okay, Aaliyah Try Again versus Rough Riders Snoop. Ooh, Tugboats.
No, see, this is no. See, I don't know. Nah, he didn't do it like that, bro. I think we looking at the different.
I'm reading what Billboard giving me.
Billboard giving it to you like that? I think they didn't go like that. Swizz played. This is where they kind of switched it. Swizz played.
You remember? Did you write down what they played?
I didn't write down, but I remember.
Okay,
Swizz played.
Because if this is Try Again versus Rough Riders.
Okay, hold on. You might be
right. The World War II. If this,
you know what? No, you're right.
If this is Try Again versus World War II, I'm picking World War II.
No, you're right because I'm looking at the title track list, but every song is not on title.
Okay. Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, so go ahead, man. Read them off.
Tugboat. So that round 5 is Try Again versus World War II.
Yeah. World War II wins. I'll pick it World War II.
I'll pick it
World War II. I told you. Yeah.
Tugboats. Okay. Memphis Bleak, Jay-Z, Twista, Missy. Is That Your Chick versus Rough Riders, Drag On, Juvenile, Down Bottom.
This is close. That's close. That's a close one right there.
I'm picking Down Bottom.
I might take Down Bottom. I don't know, babe.
Down Bottom, nigga.
Oh, no.
If you know, you know, fam.
I don't know about that one.
I get the pot of pill with the Is That Your Chick and all that stuff.
No.
I get that, but Down Bottom, hands down to me.
All right. I respect
I'm just saying for me, it's hands down for me.
That shit tough, though. That's a tough one.
I understand Billboard giving It's That Your Chick. I understand Billboard, the pop mag, giving that to Timbaland. But nah, Down Bottom, G.
Okay, hold on. Let me count. Where we at right now? Let me see. I got 1-1, 2-1 Swizz, 2-2.
I got 4-2 Swizz.
3-2 Swizz. Now it's 4-2 Swizz. Okay, I get at the Down Bottom too. Nah, I'm gonna give it to Timbaland, Joe. I'm gonna give it to Timbaland. I'm gonna give it to Timbaland. Not right now, Stank.
Now, mind you, As important to note right now, we're round 6, and we and the DMX song that's in here, I said lost. Just talking about what Mike said earlier. Jiggle, nigga.
So where we at?
Nigga,
We're both on agreement. 3-2 Swizz. No, I got a 3-2 Timbaland.
I got 4-2 Swizz. No, we're at 4. We're round 6. We
All right,
just finished round 6, so it's 4-2.
All right, cool.
For me, I got 4-2 Swizz.
Okay, so it's 3-3 then. I got it.
Okay, so you got it 3-3. All right, nigga what, nigga who versus Famous. And he played Rick Ross's verse on Famous.
Nah, Timbaland. I gotta get at the Timbaland.
Yeah, I'm gonna get at the Timbaland.
Yeah, he can keep that Kanye. Swizz if he didn't play the Rick Ross version, maybe.
He played the Rick Ross verse.
Yeah, keep that.
You don't like the Rick Ross verse on Famous?
It was cool. I love the Famous beat, but I love Kanye on it. I didn't like Rick Ross on it.
Rick Ross,
but I think if you really look at the
I feel you. All right, so you got it 4-3 Timbaland, I got it 4-3 Swizz. So let's go to round 8. Drunken Love versus Upgrade You. I'm going to go with Upgrade You here.
Swizz on this one, absolutely. This is why I like the counter. He played Drunken Love, and the Swizz said, "Nah, that shit was cute, but Upgrade You." And Upgrade You, it's a hot take. Upgrade You is Jay-Z and Beyonce's best collaboration. That's the best collaboration they have together.
That's it. That is.
Yep.
Partition versus Get Me Body. All right, this is hard.
No, this ain't hard. This ain't hard at all.
For me, I'm gonna tell you why it's hard. It's the dance floor.
All right.
It's the dance floor aspect of this. I've seen girls go nuts when Get Me Body comes on, but then I see girls get nasty when Partition comes on. Okay. Especially on social media. Okay. I'm going to go with Get Me Body here, though.
I'm gonna take Get Me Body as well. I'm going Get Me Body. I like Get Me Body better.
All right. So then round 10. Tom Ford versus It's Me Bitches. I'm going with Swizz Beatz in his own track. I'm taking Swizz.
And then he played his part, and then he played the Wayne verse, which that got it for me. So
yeah, because that what was that mixtape? What mixtape was that on?
That was you talking about
Drop 3?
No. Wayne did a remix.
He did a remix, but that remix I think was on Drought 3.
But he had whole different verses on Drought 3 on that beat.
Yeah, that's what I like the Drought 3 version.
Okay.
That's what I like the Drought 3. So I got 6-4. I got Swizz 6-4 Swizz right now.
We had both 6-4 Swizz.
All right. So then we got Nelly Furtado, Promiscuous Girl versus Bring 'Em Out T.I. There's another Swizz for me.
This is where I told you that we know who got the deeper bag. We know who's the guy that has more in the arsenal. But when it comes to when you're comparing the songs, this is all about song selection. All about song selection here. Right. Promiscuous Girl is beautiful. This is a great record. This is a great song. But I'm taking Bring 'Em Out. But not for this. I'm taking Swizz.
I'm taking Swizz. I don't want to hear that song. All right. So we got Ludacris, The Potion versus I'm a Hustler.
I'm taking Cassidy on this one, baby. I'm a Hustler. I'm taking I'm a Hustler. I'm a Hustler was a bigger song, it's a better song, better production. The Potion is cool. Luda, shout out Luda. But that ain't the one. So I think where we at now? It's 8-4.
Yep, 8-4. Round 13, Pony versus Ultralight Beam. Pony.
All right, we gonna get this one to Timbaland. We gonna get at the Timbaland. I don't really know how much of Swizz is incorporated in Ultralight Beam. I don't know. I don't think it's much, but I mean,
about
cool.
12 niggas on that song.
Exactly.
And I'm talking about production wise.
7-5.
Right. Aaliyah. Aaliyah 1 in a Million versus Eve. What y'all want?
Gotta go Timbo on this one.
Yeah, I'm going Timbo here.
7-6.
So we got to come back here. The Locks, Ride or Die Bitch versus Banned from TV.
Come on, dog. You know who winning that. You know it's Banned from TV.
Banned from TV.
8-6 Swizz.
I'm shocked they played Banned from TV. Okay.
Yeah. Why you shocked? Why you shocked?
I'm shocked that I probably would have stuck around if I would known Banned from TV was playing. This means we're going deep in the bag, Mike. We're going deep in the bag here.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Fuck With Me, You Know I Got It versus on to the next one, Jay-Z.
This a tough one for me. This a tough one for me.
I'm going on to the next one.
I'm going on to the next one too, but I love "Fuck With Me, You Know I Got It."
Yeah,
I
I love
love
it
both of those. I love both of those songs, and I love when Jay performs both of those songs. But
And I've seen
something
him perform
about
both of them.
something about on to the next one though.
When the
Joe,
lights come on, when the lights flicker.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, round 17. Jay-Z.
Where we at? What's the score?
Round 7. Oh, shit. I think it's 8-6.
No, 9.
I mean 9-6. Excuse me, 9-6 Swizz Beatz. Okay. Jay-Z, Justin Timberlake, Holy Grail versus Styles P. Good times.
Timbaland. That ain't it. That ain't the one. Timbo. Gotta go with Swizz. Gotta go with
too. Good times. See, Swizz going deep in the. See, if I would have known this was what Swizz was going to do, I stuck around for this.
This is why I said I was enjoying it. I was like, "Yo, this shit is like this is where I was enjoying it at." I was enjoying the hell out of this.
I might have to watch it on Fight TV today.
I think you should go back and
I
revisit.
might have to watch it on Fight TV. So that's 10-6. No.
Who's at 9-6? 10-6. 10-6 Swizz.
Nah, but that was round 17. I knew I wasn't tweaking. But that was round 17, so it's 11-6.
11-6 Swizz. Okay.
All right, round 18. Missy, Get Your Freak On, and Swizz Beatz, Money in the Bank, and
I like Money in the Bank. I like Money in the Bank.
Another one for Swizz, yeah.
I love Money in the Bank. Naked, what's wrong? Come here. What's wrong? I'm almost done. I'll be up there in a minute. I'll let you know.
Hi, Ben.
Hey.
Get out of here. All right, go ahead.
All right, so we got round.
Get Your Freak On. I'm giving that to Timbo though. I'm giving Get Your Freak On.
Okay? So you got. I have 12-6, where you have 11-7.
11-7.
All right, so round 19. Lil' Kim, The Jump Off, Remy Ma, whatever. The Jump Off.
The Jump Off.
Yeah, that's the Jump Off. And then round 20.
Yeah.
Oh, these motherfuckers wrong. Hey, no.
Let me stop. Hey, no. Let me counter your hot take.
No.
Let me counter your hot take.
Oh, no.
You said, hold on. Let me stop.
Put these two songs together.
Hold on, cuz. Hold on. You know who I got.
No.
Let me tell you something. I'm glad this happened. Hold on.
No.
Look, let me tell you something. Hold on, fam. Hold on. You said DMX Party Up is the worst mainstream song ever. I countered that and I say LL Cool J Headsprung is the worst mainstream song, rap song ever. I hate Headsprung so much. That's a terrible song. Headsprung is a terrible song. Headsprung is terrible.
Why they do this?
Headsprung is terrible.
Oh my God! Why did Timbaland and why did they do this?
Headsprung
I hate both of these songs. I hate both of these songs.
Which one do you hate more? Which one do you hate more?
I'm not picking.
You can pick.
I'm not picking. They
I'm
both get
taking-
an L.
Nah,
This is the
hell
first
no.
time in the history. This is the first time in the history of this podcast while we doing verses that I said tie, and I'm saying tie here for the wrong reasons. Nah, fuck it. I'm not picking any one of these two joints. Fuck out of here. Nope, I'm not. Nope.
Party
hate both
Up.
of them songs.
Party Up. Party Up wins. Headsprung is horrible. You think Party Up is horrible? I think Headsprung is horrible.
So 12.
You stupid.
It was a 13-6. 13-6. Swizz Beatz won. No, I'm not picking between them two songs. I hate both of them.
Okay.
I hate both of them equally. We talking about beats here. I ain't talking about songs. We talking about beats, and I hate both beats.
I like Party Up, so you know who I win. I don't have a problem with Party Up.
But Swizz won. Swizz won last night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not picking that. I'm not picking between those two songs. Update on the J. Cole rollout. His contract is up. So he ain't in Africa with Wanda hooping. He did an interview with KD that I have not listened to yet. So I did. I thought Angie Martinez was going to be the interview. But it's KD on his podcast. But one of the basketball players said that he felt that J. Cole's stay was disrespectful. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? Because I thought that was interesting.
It was an interesting statement. And
a player said it.
A player. And I said that on the last pod. I said, yo, if Jermaine don't get out here and start hooping, like, you know what I'm saying, showing some type of, you know, productivity out there on the court, motherfuckers gonna start looking at this shit funny. So I'm not surprised that a player would say that. And it's kind of like, you know, the timing as well. Like, oh yeah, a player calling out J. Cole, and then J. Cole miraculously say, all right, I quit. This shit is over. My contract is up. So I don't know. I understand where the player is coming from, but I also, you know, I don't think it's that big of a deal. You know, like, I don't see it. I can understand if like he was on a G League team in the NBA, then maybe, you know, it might be a little disrespectful. But I mean, not to disrespect the players in Africa overseas.
You just did.
But I saw some of the highlights, and J. Cole wasn't the only bum on the court. Let's just be clear here. Let's just be clear. From the clips that I've seen of J. Cole on the court, there were bums doing bum shit before J. Cole had the ball in his hand. So let me just all the way be clear. I saw smoke layups before J. Cole highlight even emerged. So let's just so in J. Cole's defense, chill, dog. It ain't that deep, but I get it.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, yo, you're a bum. You're a bum, fam. I get it. You know, I
get that.
I get it, but I'll also go on to say this is the opposite of Tim Tebow shit, and how like I've seen some players, and me included, upset that Tim Tebow is jumping back in the NFL. Because like, fam, you've been gone for 8 years, G, and you couldn't play the quarterback position, and you can't play this position right here. And Greg McElroy, who was formerly with the New York Jets, now he's an ESPN analyst, he said they tried that shit in Jets camp when he was there. And he wasn't good. Last time we saw Tim Tebow, he was playing baseball. Okay. Now, because your head coach is there, it's like, oh, man, you know, shit, let me go ahead and play tight end. Nah, that's some whole shit. J. Cole, on the other hand, is different to me. Because J. Cole is essentially getting signed to make your team, your league, get some notoriety. And he can ball a little bit because, shit, he probably better than some of the people in that league. But he's not used to professional ball. Yeah. It's a little bit different when you from playing in Lifetime Fitness for this shit.
What did I say J. Cole would like be called if he didn't get out there and get to it? He gonna be one of them 32 niggas. Yeah, niggas that go hoop in the 32.
32 or 21.
32 or 21 half court nigga.
Yeah, but I don't think he was taking minutes from a nigga who needed it.
Right.
Like, that's the shit right there. This is the basketball Africa League. Yeah. I don't think this nigga was taking minutes from a nigga who, like, it was going to do something for him. Yeah. This nigga wasn't averaging 20 minutes a game. Yeah. Come in, 5-6 minutes. All right, bye. Like, are we really mad at J. Cole for taking minutes from a nigga from basketball Africa League? If this was the NBA, why is he on the Charlotte Hornets? Basketball Africa League. This ain't even the CBA.
You just say I just.
Not even the CBA, nigga. Fuck out
oh
here.
Man.
So buddy ass tripping. He buddy ass tripping for that one.
Yeah, that's why I said it. I don't think it was a big deal, but I did say that you was gonna start seeing people make comments if J. Cole wasn't productive, and which we did see. That's exactly what happened.
Again, I'm just shocked as a player. That motherfucker might not like Cole music. That's the only thing I could think of.
Maybe so.
Kwame Brown is dying down, but Stephen A. Smith had some things to say on this ESPN Plus show. Yeah. And he basically pulled up highlights of this man. You know,
now, I was thoroughly entertained.
Oh, I was entertained too. Now, mind you, I said on the podcast last week, I think a narrative has been fed to us that he was an all-out bust. Okay. Jay Hollins, you know, who's also in the Some Dude Pod group, Some Dude Pod fan, he has his own podcast too. I said, no, it's not I Said What I Said anymore, excuse me. It's Fake Decent podcast with him.
Excuse me.
I think it's Brandy is one of his co-hosts' name. I know, shout out to L, he's on there. And I think I had another co-host too named Sean, but they all are on the podcast together. He called me. He called me after I was doing a life-changing signing.
There you go.
He called me and he was like, yo, because he saw me put some shit up with YP. Shouts out to YP. And he was like, yo, I need to debate with y'all niggas about the Kwame Brown shit. And I said, I'm cool, but I think we're going to agree somewhat, but I'm down with it. So I suppose it'll pop up. I think next week or a week after. But let me get this out here. I feel that a narrative has been fed to us that makes Kwame Brown look like a bust. That's why I said that last week. But let me give you context to why I believe that. I believe that Anthony Bennett is the biggest bust in NBA history.
Okay.
Anthony Bennett, I would think it was the 2003 draft. He was drafted number 1. He's from Toronto. Victor Oladipo and a couple of others was picked in that draft. It's not the best draft in the world. Number 2 is Michael Olowokandi. And he might be number 1. That nigga was huff. He also didn't need it. Because that nigga was rich before ball. According to Quentin Richardson, they found this nigga at the campus. They was like, yo, you tall. You want to hoop? He was like, all right, cool. But nigga huff. He was huff. Those are the 2 biggest busts in NBA history. I would even put people like Marcus Fizer, which I had talked about, in front of Kwame Brown. Because Kwame Brown spent 13 years in the league and was serviceable. But I also believe that the reason why people equate to him being the biggest bust in NBA history is because of one person. That's Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Anybody connected with Michael Jordan is going to be bigger than life, whether they want it to or not.
All right. So when you look at that shit and you be like, yo, Michael Jeffrey Jordan picked this nigga. He's supposed to be the one.
And Mike didn't pick him. Mike didn't pick him. The owner did.
Yeah.
But because Mike is also the GM,
yeah,
he's going to be saddled with that.
Right.
But
because it came out because Mike didn't really want him.
No, Mike wanted Elton Brand.
Yeah.
But again, it's the narrative that's been fed to us, especially with Michael Jordan involved. Anything or anybody Michael Jordan is involved in is boom.
Yeah.
Especially if you're the first high school player to be picked number 1.
Yeah.
Especially if that's the case. So you're automatically going to get blown up there. If Michael Jordan would have picked Michael Olowokandi, or if he would have picked Anthony Bennett, they would be in the same place too. Because there's another person that gets blown up too. We just don't talk about him as much because of what he did in college.
Yeah.
And that's Adam Morrison.
Okay.
Who Michael Jordan picked number 3. And he turned out to not be shit.
Yeah.
And he's number 4 on my list of biggest busts. He's number 4. And could arguably be number 1.
Yeah.
Because of what he did in college at Gonzaga. So I've said 4 names before we even got to Kwame Brown. And it's others that we could put up there before Kwame, because they didn't have as long as a career as that man did. So I pulled back from the bust term for him because he was serviceable. Like I said, he was never 6 fouls. He was serviceable. But I can't deny this nigga wasn't huff. Serviceable don't mean this nigga was a good utility player.
Yeah.
Nigga come in, he get you some rebounds, he play some good defense, he give you 6 points a game. That's not what a number 1 pick should be. But when I look at Adam Morrison, who I think was in the league for 3 years, he got a ring, but he got a ring because when he got a ring, he was the injured reserve nigga. And what I mean by that is, there's always people that be on the team that's just on injured reserve. If you got 15 players on the roster, 2 to 3 of them niggas is just gonna be on the team and they're gonna be on injured reserve the whole entire year.
Yeah.
That's Adam Morrison. Them the niggas that should just pawn their rings. Like, here's an Adam Morrison, or put it in an auction. Here's an Adam Morrison World Championship ring. That's him. Like, Kwame Brown also got hit with injuries when things started to go good for him.
Yeah.
So, again, Michael Jordan is the linchpin to this man being blown up to be the biggest bust because who he's connected to.
Yeah.
But for anybody that says, like, and this is why I put the Facebook post up about, hey man, like all y'all niggas that's caping for Kwame Brown, like y'all can't talk about no rappers or anybody. Y'all be on this motherfucker shitting on everybody. Like, what do we want Stephen A. Smith to do? Apologize to him for what? As Stephen A. Smith said, he didn't say anything to him as a man. He didn't say he wasn't a shitty person. He didn't say fuck dude.
You talked about your basketball skills.
He talked about your basketball skills and acumen, which clearly was lacking. Now, was there reasons to that? Yes. Because you had a coach who didn't want you, which again equates to why I won't call this man the biggest bust. Because Kwame Brown didn't have to tell you that Doug Collins didn't want him on the team. It was clear to us when we was watching the nigga play. Mm-hmm. He ain't got to tell us that Mike didn't want him on the team, because it was clear to us when the nigga was playing.
Yeah.
Mike wanted Adam Morrison on the team. Picked him third. It was like, yo, we got one of the best scorers in the game right now. And the nigga couldn't throw a goddamn ball in the beach. Mm-hmm. That's a bust. Michael Olowokandi. The Clippers clearly wanted him to the point where they hired Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to coach him, to show him how to be a big. And he told Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, nah, nigga, I'm good. I don't need you.
Oh, my God.
That's a bust, fam. They tried with Anthony Bennett. They even sent his ass to the D-League. They tried. Them niggas didn't try with Kwame Brown at all. Especially when you hear the stories outside of him.
Yeah.
Jahidi White, Eton Thomas, Chris Whitney, and I forgot who else. I think it was Tyrone Nesby, did a pod, and they was talking about the shit that happened with Kwame Brown. God damn, they didn't like that nigga.
Yeah.
And he still came back. Mm-hmm. Doug Collins was like, nah. That whole running him around for 2 hours before a game, Mike, it's true.
Yeah.
You not gonna, nigga, if you run around for 2 hours and I gotta play a game versus Shaq, and I just been running for 2 or 3 hours, I'm be huffed too. No matter how skillful I am. So I wanted to give more context to what I said last week.
Yeah.
Because I know some niggas listen to that pod and was like, oh no, Bang tripping. No, Bang's not tripping. I don't think Kwame Brown is the biggest bust. I think he's a big disappointment at number one, but he's not a bust when you consider the circumstances and the context of what happened to him. Mm-hmm. But I'm never going to be like Stephen A. Smith got to apologize or
no.
Like, because if he was Huff, he was Huff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you start being disrespectful to him as a man, that's another thing. Some shit like Skip Bayless will do. And others will do. But if you're a scrub on the court, you're a scrub on the court.
Mm-hmm.
So none of them niggas to me have any reason to apologize to that man. Mm-hmm. If the only thing they have to apologize for, and Stephen A. Smith ain't say shit, or at least I ain't seen it on TV, he ain't say shit about Kwame Brown. Mm-hmm. Since Kwame Brown's been gone from the league. So Kwame Brown just getting his thoughts off, and he's getting all these shots off. Stephen A. Smith ain't said nothing about that man, and he probably ain't even been thinking about that man until he called him a bitch on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So I don't mind Stephen A. Smith giving us highlights of this nigga being Huff. Because you be hard-pressed to find some great highlights from Kwame Brown. Matter of fact, before I move on, because I want to close it up, because we got a holiday to prepare for. But you know when Draymond Green, who's right when he says this, says that he know people who don't know the game because they don't talk about some of the nuances without people holding the ball, like screens, pick and rolls, positioning on courts, and all that stuff. And he's right. Mm-hmm. He's right, Mike. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find some dope-ass highlights from Kendrick Brown doing that shit. Mm-hmm. I think we'd be hard. Hey, that was a great-ass pick from Kendrick. I mean, not Kendrick Perkins, excuse me, Kwame Brown. Mm-hmm. That's a great-ass pick from Kwame Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the positioning on the court. Oh, that's stellar. I think we'd be hard pressed to find highlights for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But there's reasons behind it.
Yeah.
And part of that reason is because his first couple of years in the league, he had to deal with a team and an organization, a head coach, and a star player who didn't give a fuck about his development.
Yeah.
And I think also people forget about development. LeBron James is good, but LeBron James wouldn't be LeBron James he is now if it wasn't development involved.
Absolutely.
Same thing with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, to me, is the king of development because Michael Jordan came in as the number 3 pick. Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers didn't think Michael Jordan was going to be the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
He was the 3rd pick. And when he got picked, look at the draft when Michael Jordan got picked. It's like, hey, he got to work on his jumper. He got to work on his outside game. Can't come up here and think he's going to be dunking on everybody. Nigga, Michael Jordan developed.
Mm-hmm.
You need to develop players, and if you don't have a good developmental team around them, you're gonna have a lot of great players who suck, who huff, who suck, huff, huck. Put them together.
There you go.
So, all right, man. Before we get out of here, there's one thing that I want to let you get your thoughts off on, Mike. They put up the photo. Rap Caviar put up the Mount Rushmore photo. Had the 2 rappers of 2010. Who should be on this Mount Rushmore? They had Drake, they had Kendrick Lamar, they had J. Cole. And they left the 4th one open. They say, who should be on this Mount Rushmore? And I saw a lot of people saying Future. I saw a couple of people say Big Sean. I saw a couple of people say a couple of names. But I didn't see a lot of people say Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
I am not a Nicki Minaj fan. We've talked about this. Mm-hmm. But I felt that was disrespectful.
Absolutely.
To not put Nicki up there.
Yeah.
So I wanted to let you get your thoughts off about this whole shit and how people, I know you was looking at them crazy.
Yeah.
Nicki's name.
When I saw that, I was looking and I'm thinking like when you see that that Mount Rushmore, I think when you see it and you see the guys that's on there, who's on it, you got the Drake, Kendrick, Cole. And when you think about other rappers who came out around that time or who's like part of that, era, you look at rappers like Wale, think about Big Sean, and you could make a case for all of those guys. Right. You could make a case. You good? You straight?
I just saw some shit on Instagram. It's fucked up on Ball Alert. Don't get into an argument with your mate on the balcony. Go ahead.
All right. But what is the criteria? When we look at that Mount Rushmore, you have to think about what is the criteria here. What is the criteria? I don't think there's no wrong answer. No wrong answer. If you say Future, I am not mad at you. We know what Future did in his prime. We know the impact Future made on the game.
But see, Mike, I'm going to disagree with you with that. I'm sorry. I'm going to get mad. I'm going to disagree with you with that. And here's why. Because you have to take into account everything, Mike.
See, you got
to take into account of quality of music. You got to take into account of sales, and you got to take into account of impact. And I'm sorry, fam. I love Future better than I love Nicki Minaj. I get it. I do too. I love. And as far as quality of music, yeah, of course I'm gonna pick Future over Nicki Minaj. But Nicki put Future on her tour.
Facts.
Drake put Future on his tour.
Facts.
And if Nicki nor Drake do that, we ain't talking about Future the way we talking about these other artists. He's not at pop lore.
Yeah.
They gave him the rub.
I don't know what it is.
Nicki and Drake gave that man the rub in the 2010s. So what are we talking about here?
I feel you. I agree. You saying everything that I was already gonna say, man. And it's just like I think motherfuckers just don't take a lot of female rappers seriously and don't get exactly what Nicki Minaj did for the culture in her run. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of these female rappers out here right now, man. You got motherfuckers like Cardi. You got Megan. Nicki, I ain't gonna say Nicki paved the way. Did Nicki pave the way for these rappers to be mainstream?
Yeah. I mean, look, Kim and Foxy Brown paved the way for
Paved the way? Yeah.
Roxanne Shante and Salt and Pepper and Queen Latifah and MC Lyte paved the way for Nicki. So, yeah, she helped with that paving.
But like you said, when you look at everything Nicki accomplished, numbers wise, sales wise, you know, come on, dog. It's a no brainer that you gotta have Nicki Minaj right there. Motherfuckers probably ain't thinking, oh, we're not putting no female rappers up there. You know what I'm saying?
That was.
No female rapper deserves to be. Shout out to my homie Ryan Chapman. That's my boy. But come on, dog. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, that was
Don't be that guy, bro.
extremely disrespectful that no female rappers been on that list. There was one female rapper that dominated
rap. She dominated rap.
And she helped dominate rap, especially in the first 6-7 years of fucking this shit. And it's Nicki Minaj.
You said it. You helped me get those thoughts off, Bang. So yeah, I definitely.
I can't believe I'm the non Nicki Minaj fan. But see, again,
you know better though.
I know better. And then too, this is when I say I could take away my personal feelings away from what's right.
I think you got a lot of people that just put their personal. Right. They put their personal favorites up there, like, you know.
This is why I don't debate with niggas. You put your personal shit up in there. Let's just say right is right. Nicki Minaj is on the Mount Rushmore of the 2010s, especially with artists who came out around that time.
Yeah. Facts.
She dropped her first album in 2010.
Facts.
Are we really gonna discount every album she sold, every ticket she sold, every appearance she made? She was at one point quite possibly one of the biggest rappers in the game. And we gonna put Future in her place?
Motherfuckers is so obsessed with the Future run, fam, bro.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna throw one more thing at you, and then we out. Future can walk into some places, and people won't even know who that is. Nicki Minaj walks in a store, somebody's fainting.
Facts.
Fainting. Not, oh man, that's Nicki Minaj. If a gay person is in Neiman Marcus, fam, and Nicki Minaj walks in the store,
yes sir, pandemonium. Pandemonium.
If Future walks in the same store, niggas gonna be like, oh shit, that's Future. Somebody gonna be like, who is that?
Yeah.
And that's the truth. This is nothing against Future. Yeah. She's a global fucking superstar.
Yes, sir.
Global.
Yeah.
Global.
So when you look at things like that, man, you look at those are the criteria when you're putting together a Mount Rushmore of artists, and you have to, like you said, man, take into account every possible thing. Globe. There's no way.
The same reaction she gets in America, she's gonna get 10 times in Australia because they appreciate her more. Mm-hmm. Nicki Minaj goes to fucking Fashion Week in Paris, and niggas gonna be like, oh my goodness, the European paparazzi. That's not. If you want to remove J. Cole off that bitch, okay.
Interesting.
Look, I would put I would put Big Sean over there before I put J. Cole.
Interesting. I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad.
He's too much of a recluse.
Yeah.
But no, if we keeping them three up there,
Nicki got to go in that fourth.
Nicki got to go in that fourth.
That's
Nicki
fact.
got to go up in that fourth. The last thing that I have is the NBA playoffs, man. Like we're now 2 weeks into the NBA playoffs. Last year was the bubble. The Heat are already out, so fuck that bubble shit. Like I told y'all niggas, they get in front of people, it's a wrap. Anthony Davis, day-to-day with a groin injury. He was already nursing a sprained knee. He already got the shit with the Achilles. You got Trae Young doing his thing and getting spit on. You got Ja Morant in losing efforts looking amazing. How do you feel about the 2021 playoffs?
I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm a little disappointed with the competitiveness. I'm seeing. I don't know if it's because it's first rounders and I've seen a lot of blowouts. Obviously, the most entertaining series that we've had thus far is the Atlanta Hawks and the New York Knicks. I think that's the most entertaining series that we have based off, the trash talk. The trash talk is there though. All of that shit is there. And I think Trae Young is really, showing his ass right now.
He's
on the court.
He's becoming a star in front
of. He's becoming a star right before our eyes, and I think with the fans being back, obviously it's a good thing, but it's just raising the trash talk, and the trash talk is there. And Trae Young is doing an absolute great job at shooting 3-pointers in motherfuckers' faces and like looking at the ass like, "What's up?" So, as far as that is concerned, yeah, I love it. The competitiveness is been there for that series, but I'm not feeling. I guess maybe once we get deeper into the playoffs, we'll see more competitive games, but a lot of blowouts. Last night, Dallas Mavericks just got their ass kicked. You go up 2-0, and now, the last 2 games, getting your ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? I want to see competitiveness through all 7 games. I guess I'm not going to get that all the time, but
I get what you're saying there, but I love it.
I love what's happening right now, though. Obviously, yeah, I'm happy that we got fans back in the stadiums. I love, the trash talk and everything like that.
No, that's where I'm going. Like,
right.
Even now we see rivalries.
Yeah.
We have the potential of rivalries being born.
Mm-hmm.
And this, to me, this postseason has restored the feeling of basketball for me.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
It is literally restored the feeling of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is, there's nothing wrong with seeing people hoop. We can see people hoop all the doggone time. But what I loved about 80s and 90s, late 80s and then 90s basketball is the rivalries.
Mm-hmm.
I loved seeing the montages of when the Knicks was about to go up against the Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Bulls about to go up against the Hawks, or the Bulls about to go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Bulls versus Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit versus New York.
Yeah.
Player versus player.
Absolutely.
They've restored that feeling to me. Even watching the Knicks game, and don't get me wrong, Derrick Rose had all the right of looking at Julius Randle like how
bro, what the fuck are you, bro?
But it's been so, people been so nice when it comes to basketball. When the last time you just saw a nigga retaliate on the next play against a motherfucker?
That was that when I saw that, I was like, oh, this some baseball shit right here. That's right. That's a motherfucker. Oh, you throw at my pitcher, I'm gonna throw at yours.
Right.
That's what that was. I respect it.
Right. Even though I was like, you getting your ass whooped.
Yeah, I respect it.
And y'all coming. Yeah, thank you. But it's the fact that, hey, man, we got one more game. We got to pull this out. We got to make sure we together. I ain't going to let you hang.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact, and Julius Randle ain't been. They play isolation basketball, and in the playoffs, you gotta do more than that. And what's working in the playoffs, in the regular season, ain't gonna work in the playoffs. That's always what happened to Tibbs.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think though? Let me ask you this. I don't know. I don't want to say this is the blame of it, but obviously we've seen Julius Randle and RJ Barrett give the minimum production right now in this playoffs. But obviously Derrick Rose is the reason why they won game 2. Derrick Rose is the reason why they've been competitive.
Yeah.
The first 2 games they were in it and they won game 2. But that's not how they played throughout the season. Derrick Rose came off the bench. Derrick Rose is the guy that came off the bench. But do you think that kind of messed up the flow? Is it not?
Yeah.
Derrick Rose starting now?
Yeah, because you don't have that firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah.
It just shows, and then it shows you how short their rotation is.
Okay.
And then again, they isoing up, and you look at the Hawks. The one thing that's been great about the Hawks this playoffs, these last 4 games, is their ball movement. Mm-hmm. Is immaculate.
Yes.
They ball movement. My God.
Ball movement is good, and then you got guys who can shoot around the perimeter. You got guys. You got Bogdanovich. You got John Collins.
Yeah, Kevin
Huerter. You got Kevin Huerter. You got they could do things around the perimeter. They got shooters.
Yeah, they got shooters.
Shooters.
And the Knicks don't have shooters. They have basically ISO players.
Yeah.
And that should get you to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But when you get there, again, now you have now it's game planning on you and adjustments after the game.
This is definitely
After the game.
This is definitely more so better coaching than it is better playing on
Nate
the actual court. It's definitely out coaching Tibbs. He out coaching them.
I'm gonna give our man Smitty some rope here, because I had no problem with the Billy Donovan signing for the Bulls, none at all. But the way Nate McMillan is coaching this Hawks team, maybe the Bulls should have hollered at Nate McMillan first.
Not mad at that.
He's gonna listen to this pod and he's gonna be like, I told y'all niggas. And I have no problem with Billy Donovan. Yeah. I think the Bulls improved under Billy Donovan. I think the Bulls will be a playoff team under Billy Donovan. Mm-hmm. But also, if you're a Bulls fan, you got to look at the Hawks and you got to look at the Knicks and you got to be jealous. You got to. And I'm jealous right now. As a Bulls fan, I'm jealous of those two teams. Yeah. But the feeling is restored for me when it comes to basketball.
Absolutely.
Because now I'm going into my parents' basement and I'm going to look at the games.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, okay, let me see what's going on.
This is definitely all of them. This is definitely a more beautiful thing. This is definitely better than watching a bubble. It's definitely better than watching bubble games.
And it's not just because of the bubble, and it's not just because of the fans. It's because these niggas ain't playing nice. Trae Young talking shit. Ja Morant talking shit.
Oh, yeah.
He putting up 40 fucking every night. My bad. He putting up 40 fucking every night. He balling his shit. Really one-man gang versus the Utah Jazz. Donovan Mitchell pissed off because he can't play game 1. Game 2, game 3, he come back, he do his thing. We not even talking about the West. The dog fight between Phoenix and the Lakers, and
that's
the injuries and all that shit. But if you looked at Chris Paul post game, that nigga looked like he was about to cry. He sounded like he was about to cry.
No, Chris Paul. I think that win really. I think you want to know why? Because if they lose that game, they down 2-1. It's over.
They down 3-1.
And Chris Paul know that this could be possibly his last shot.
And not only that, you look at what's going on with Dallas and the Clippers. They got a shot. Yeah. They get the Lakers out of here. They got a shot to go to the finals.
That's what I said. It's tough the fact that they had to get the Lakers in the first round, but at the end of the day, if you go back and see, the Suns played the Lakers very well all season. Yeah. And LeBron and AD was out there. So the Suns can beat the Lakers. Now you got AD day to day. I don't think AD is going to play game 5.
I don't think he's going to play game 5. I
don't think he plays game 5.
You got to a 3-game series.
And they go back home. They go back home for game 5. The Suns win that game. The Suns go up 3-2. It's curtains for the Lakers. I'm calling that right now. It's curtains for the Lakers.
I still think it's going 7. AD being injured has now changed my tune. Yeah. Now I have Phoenix going in 7.
Okay.
I got Phoenix winning in 7.
If you look at that, if you looking at the Lakers too, man, Adam Caruso, it's a walking turnover. But bro, they got to figure out the rotation. I think, and like I said, I think this is another case of getting out coached. What you call it? Vogel is trying to figure out exactly what he wants to do with his rotation.
LeBron's trying to figure out what he's trying to do with the rotation. I'm sorry, Frank Vogel ain't the coach. It's LeBron James and Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd gonna be in Portland next year, some shit.
Look, or
whatever. But
they don't know what they want to do with their rotation. They don't know if they want to bring in Trez. They don't know if they want to bring in Gasol. They don't know how they want to play Andre Drummond. They don't know if they want to bring in Twin. Like they literally just throwing shit at the wall and trying to make it fit. And they ain't figured it out yet.
But that's making this playoffs even more interesting.
Absolutely.
Seeing two players like LeBron, I'm not saying that LeBron James is on his last legs, but when you start seeing teams like Phoenix and you start seeing people like Denver and all these teams, it's only a matter of time. So you're looking at you're seeing the future of the NBA right before your eyes with all of these players. But then you see the competitiveness. And other than the Milwaukee series, everything has been pretty competitive. Well, the Nets Celtics when Jason Tatum scored 50. Yeah. Other than that shit wasn't competitive yesterday. But you anticipating those two.
Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. I think I'm gonna say this. The only critique that I have of this playoffs altogether is that I would love to see some of these games end on last possessions. I think we literally only had one game this whole playoff series that ended on the last possession, and that was Milwaukee. That was Milwaukee Heat game 1 when Middleton hit the game winner.
But
that was it.
But see, that's what we get next round.
Next round, okay.
Now, because look at it like this: Philly versus Atlanta is not gonna be for the faint of heart for Philly fans, because them boys could shoot. And they ball move, but it's gonna Ben Simmons gonna have to get on his defensive bag on that one. But I still think Philly is winning that series in 6.
Okay. Yep.
But Milwaukee
and Brooklyn, we need that. We need that. I just told my brother yesterday. I was like, we need that shit.
And then the winner versus Philly. Oh, second round about to be lit. Then you even look at Utah or Memphis versus Dallas or the Clippers. In that second round,
I can honestly say I think the Clippers. I think Dallas is finito, and Luka is out here. Luka out here hurt too. I think they might be done. We'll see.
But the Clippers versus the Jazz ain't gonna be for the faint of heart. That's gonna be a dog fight. And this Portland Denver shit is a dog fight right now.
Oh yeah,
that's going 7. I think that series going 7, and I think Phoenix and LA is going 7. Okay. And Phoenix versus any of those two teams, or the Lakers versus any of those two teams. Well, Lakers versus Portland is the only team that ain't going 7 in the second round. Okay. But Denver versus Phoenix or LA going 7. Next round is when you really gonna start seeing what you want to see. Yeah. And when that happens, it's really gonna all they need now is good ass montages before games and NBA on NBC Music, and we back to the motherfucking 80s.
There you go.
Well, back to the 90s. All right, man, you got any hot takes before we go?
Nah, I think we good. I think my hot take was said throughout the show. Swizz Beatz and DMX is not your ideal collab. So, I think that's what it is. But rest in peace, Dark Man X. Oh, shout out to Swizz. And yeah, that's all I got on that one.
Well, my only hot take is I'm just gonna deliver my cash app. Bang be knowing is my cash app. Bang be knowing without the G.
Bang be knowing.
We closed on this motherfucking house, G.
Congratulations, my dude. Congratulations.
Closed on this motherfucking house. The stress of now maintaining happened. So I don't think we gonna do no damn housewarming or nothing like that, because we already don't like people there. We still one of those people. We recluses when we get in our own homes.
Look, man, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something real quick. Do a housewarming, nigga.
But even if we do, the cash app is Bang Be Knowing. BANGBEKNOWIN.
Bang got kids, Bang got a house.
Bang got kids, Bang got a house. In a month and a half, 2 month span, I had a kid and I closed down the house. And some of y'all niggas didn't hit the cash app for Liam and everything. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas didn't give him no goddamn no present. No present, nothing like that. So no. Bang be knowing, cash app. Just hit it, because we gonna need that shit. But that's the big life adjustment right there. So looking forward to taking care of that. And other than that, I will do a shameless plug because of work shit. At work, me and a couple of people, shouts out to my girl AC, shouts out to my man A Plus and a couple of us, we executive produced a podcast called The History of Black Music. We got Drummer Boy, producer Drummer Boy, is doing an episode with the homie behind Atlanta. We have a
Tell Drummer Boy he need to get back in the lab with Jeezy and T.I. We need him. Yeah, we need him with them. We need that.
They're gonna be him and Beehive's gonna be talking about the history of trap music. So that's gonna be a dope episode. I listen to it. It's dope. If you're a fan of go-go music, shouts out to my girl Vic Jag and my big homie DJ Dirty Rico, who dropped a go-go bomb on me. For those who don't know, go-go does a lot of remixes of popular songs.
Yeah.
And they make it their own. Well, there's a couple of joints that Chuck Brown, legendary go-go and musician, did that blew my mind. Shouts out to my man J Mixon Dixon in Philly. We actually recorded an episode of some dude while they did their podcast. Mm-hmm. So that shows you how my double duty was going. But learning a lot about Philly soul and shit like that. We got one on gospel. We got one on funk. So make sure y'all go to wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Check out Radio One's The History of Black Music.
Nope.
6 episodes. It's not gonna hold you. It's not gonna take up a lot of time, but that's just a shameless plug. So that's a life event, a work event. Go ahead and support all of that. Close us out, Mike.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all already know, man. Some Dude Pod. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the What Digital. Make sure you follow us on IG at Some Dude Pod. Make sure you like us on Facebook at Some Dude. You can follow me personally at Mike V _CHR. You can follow J.R. Bang at J.R. Bang. We are available anywhere you can listen to a podcast. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Music, Amazon, iHeartRadio, all of that, man. And we out of here.
Yo, it's your girl, Night Kel, and this is Some Podcast. We out. Peace.